So this is a review of FX Glory and everything it has. Just a heads up, I'm not an affiliate for FX Glory. I have no incentive to make this video. I'm not partnered with them in any way, so this is a completely honest view of the broker, and I'll go into some details and some important things from my experience using them that will be valuable to traders that will be involved with them. So first thing is, it is a very high leverage broker. 1 to 3,000 is extremely rare, especially for American traders. So since the Dodd-Frank Act and all the regulation that came about, it's very hard to find brokers for American residents with this type of leverage. And there's a lot of perks with this broker as well. They offer a 50% bonus as well on top. If you have one, you can only have one account with the bonus now, only one. And there is a few rules that the bonus does bring, and I'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, there's a lot of different pairs you can trade. You can trade gold, few different types of metals, all the standard forex pairs. It's mobile friendly. It's very easy to use. Standard MetaTrader works with it. The support's pretty good. You're able to really kind of chat with them. It's almost there all the time. They are pretty helpful, and there's even a number you can call. Overall, it's pretty decent in terms of support. So looking at the type of leverage that you get, yeah, it's 1 to 3,000. You could adjust that accordingly. So this is a broker you can make a lot of money very quickly, and they attract traders that are perhaps unexperienced, that are drawn in by the bonus. And if you deposit crypto, you get a 10% bonus as well, and you can withdraw that, which is insane. So yeah, there's a ton of perks to this broker. And yeah, as mentioned here, it's only allowed for one account. And yeah, you can buy a lot of lots on this broker. You could have a couple $1,000 in your account, and you could buy even a couple dozen lots maybe of something. It's really, really intense. And the spreads are fixed, which some traders may like, some traders may not like. So gold is 0.5, half a point for gold, which is not too bad. Traders' way is like a little bit higher. So you know, there's other brokers that are in between, far in between, but it's not bad having it fixed, I would say. So looking at the different types of accounts that you can start. So anything under 1,000 is really what I recommend you do. If you're going to use a high leverage strategy, you could really buy a lot. On a $500 deposit, for example, you're going to get a pretty hefty bonus. And then if you deposit cryptos, there's another 10% on top of that. So you're really able to start trading a big amount of money. With that comes a lot of risk, but there also comes a lot of reward. So the other thing is let's say you turn your 500 into 5,000. Well, now you don't have the same amount of leverage that you once did. And I always recommend, if you hit it big, you want to withdraw consistently with this type of broker. You know, I've seen some traders, and I know some friends that have made a lot of money with this broker, and they turned a very small deposit into thousands, even tens of thousands. And it's really, if you try to trade on that, once your balance is increasing like that, you run the risk of the broker even shutting you off and maybe even banning you. I know traders that have gotten banned for making too much money. It's almost like a casino. But no, the broker is pretty good at withdrawals. There's a bunch of different ways you can make deposits. You can do cryptos. There's PayPal. There's a bunch of different ways. I like to do the crypto because you get the 10% bonus, and you're able to also withdraw or draw down the bonus a lot. Like Trader's Way, you can only draw down a small percentage of it compared to this. So that's a big plus. I mean, there are some rules that you really want to follow. For example, you don't want to hedge. They're very strict. I'm trying to find where it says it, but there's a portion where it goes over not being able to hedge your account. You do not want to hedge, which means you don't want to have multiple accounts that you are, let's say, long and short on the same, same person. That's risky, and they're very sophisticated in how they track. So you can do it trying to do it with a buddy is risky too, because they can track. They have a very sophisticated IP system, which is able to target and be able to pinpoint where you are, where your location is, and it's very sophisticated. So be very careful. You can easily get yourself banned if you're over leveraging, if you're hedging, and also if you're scalping. So if you're trading under 7 minutes, you can also run the risk of getting yourself into a situation. And really what happens is, let's say you make $10,000 scalping. Well, maybe you get away with it, maybe you don't, but they tend to check every single trade. So what might happen to you is you will go to withdraw that 10,000, and you might not get the money. So they will just reject it. So there's an approval, and the larger the amount of money, once you start withdrawing past 10K, then they kind of scrutinize it. And I've known people that have made, almost $50,000 with this broker, and it was kind of a hassle for them to get the money out. And that was because they didn't do it in one move. They didn't just go from $500 to $50,000, for example, overnight. They did that in a few stages, so it took them a few days. So they went from 500 to 20,000, let's say, and then they traded the 20,000 to 50,000. But like I said, it's risky to trade over $10,000 with your balances to over $10,000. So be careful. It's really a broker where you can take several hundred, maybe a few $100s, and flip it to a few thousand, and that's really a strategy that you can employ, or just have a decent sized account and continue trading it. With this leverage does come a lot of risk, but if you do standard crypto way, deposit, put it in, you get the bonus, get the leverage. I mean, it does have its perks, it does have its advantages. Not many brokers offer what they have, but I'm living proof that yes, you can get withdrawals, you can get your money, but you have to be careful with this broker, and don't put too much in at once. This is not your typical broker. It's unregulated as well. So I hope this gives you a lot of perspective as to what really is in store for this broker and what they really offer. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach on out to me, and I will do my best to help you. All right, thanks for watching.